Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Young Sheldon. This is the 17th episode of the first season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you liked what today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, Sheldon, you know what, he decided to quit the science. He went to a science fair, he didn't win, he was fuming. To be honest, you know, his science, I don't know, what would you call it, like cubicle, probably was the most well-educated, progressive one. However, in a school science fair, people are there for entertainment. People are there for the crowds and having a good time. And, you know, there was a girl who was putting her hand on the balls, causing friction. Her hair was spiking up everywhere. She ended up winning. Sheldon was not happy about that. He's like, that's it, I'm done. Science is not for me anymore. I'm going to be an actor. Got cast as Annie in a play. His mum and dad was like a bit cautious, you know, about him playing a girl. However, they still went for it and let him do it. And, you know, he was really excited. He was looking forward to it, being a star. However, when it got to the day and he looked out into the audience and he see it was full of people, he was like, look, mate, this is not for me. Can't do it. To the stage right. Do you know what I mean? Your problem now, not mine. And the teacher had to go out and he had to perform. And obviously they were saying, you know, a grown man dressing up as a woman on stage in Texas in the 80s, it didn't go down well. But, you know, Sheldon... you know, I was excited for him, but it didn't actually work out, and I'm assuming that he's going to go back to the science in today's episode. So that was an interesting one. It was a good episode, to be honest. I did enjoy it. A couple of songs in there, you know, really entertaining. But thanks for checking out today's. If you do enjoy it, please smash like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Cooper! Your stop.
Would you mind dropping me off closer to my house?
You know I'm not allowed to do that.
The perilous journey from the bus stop to my front door was 97.5 meters.
Homo novus needs a yoo-hoo. I've decided to learn self-defense.
Why?
I'm quite small and will be for several years. You know, one of the books mentioned a Vietnamese martial art.
Vo Vietnam. I'm a blue belt.
Wow.
Don't be impressed. That's what you get when your mom buys a uniform.
What's he telling me he's eating?
Jiu-Jitsu is based on using your attacker's momentum against them. It's just physics. Come at me. Any second. I don't understand.
What happens next?
That depends. Is this your foot or mine?
Cooper!
Before we go on, what is he running from? I don't actually understand it. Like, so he's getting off the school bus and, like, he's scared. Like, he was following the mailman and he's crouching behind his little unit and then he's ran and he's jumped in the tree there and he was scoping it out. Do you know what I mean? He's hiding behind a cap. Like, what from, though? Like, what is he dodging? Like, why can't he just run in a straight line all the way home? Like, is it scared of catching a cold being outside? Do you know what I mean? Germs? I actually don't really know what he's doing there. However, you know, he was saying there about the jiu-jitsu thing. Like, he doesn't really kind of understand. You know, he's using it, it's physics, it should work, but basically it's about heaviness. It is, isn't it? To be honest, you know, like sometimes I'll play football, I weigh my weight, somebody weighs 1.5 times my weight, they're a defender. You know, if I'm running at them, sometimes all they have to do is stand there and I literally hit them and I fall on the floor. They've done nothing. All they've done is stood their ground. Their stance, their weight, their body is just so much heavier and stronger than mine that, like, no matter what I do, I just bounce off them. And it's like if I'm grappling against somebody that weighs more than me, then no matter what I do, like, you know, they've got way more chance of just knocking me down onto the floor than I have of dragging them down. However, I've got to say, if you can wrestle or you can master karate, jiu-jitsu or anything like that, then in life, you know, you're in a pretty good stead. You know, if anybody ever confronts you, like, to me, if you ever get into a fight with somebody and they start bouncing on the toes, just stop. You've lost. You know what I mean? Because that is somebody who's trained, somebody who's got the balance, you know what I mean, to, like, step forward and back and stay on the heels kind of thing. Like, you know, you've lost. And especially if they start grappling as well and trying to take you to ground, it's game over. Like, if you can wrestle, then a standard Joe Bloggs will lose pretty much every single fight.
A new high score last night.
Nice.
I got 2 turkeys.
What's a turkey?
It's 3 strikes in a row.
Why do they call it a turkey?
When they first invented bowling, they used to just throw frozen turkeys at the pins.
You lying to her?
I find it keeps my mind sharp.
Shelley, you all right?
Yes. I must be a little sore from doing jiu-jitsu with Tam yesterday.
Yeah,
What was what?
that sound. What's all this?
An extra layer of protection.
You've been hurting him?
Only with my words.
Tell me who it is, Shelley.
Mary, slow down.
Don't tell me to slow down. Someone is bullying him.
You go with her.
But my cereal's gonna get soggy.
Go!
Someone is hurting our son.
I understand, but handling bullies is tricky. It's easy to make things worse.
You get involved in this in the wrong way, and they'll take it out on Sheldon.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't just stand by. You better not be covering for anybody.
I'm not. Most kids at school ignore him, and the girls all think he's cute. It's kind of annoying.
I need you to look after him.
What if I don't wanna?
I don't care. You're doing it.
What are you doing?
Hiding.
From who? Is
Oh.
Billy the one giving you trouble?
No.
His dad?
No. He's a demon.
She slaps him around, takes his lunch money. She even put a tadpole down his shirt.
She looks harmless.
She's cute, so she probably gets away with stuff.
You're probably just going to get offered a beer.
Hey, Billy.
Hello, Missy's dad.
Is your father home?
Yes.
Dad, it's Missy's dad.
Thinks about chickens too loud?
No, they've been fine.
Good, good. Fried up the noisy one last week. That shut him up.
I just run into a bit of trouble with your daughter.
Realize I'm taking dumps bigger than this kid.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, baby doll. Mr. Cooper says that you've been picking on Sheldon. Now, is that true?
No, Daddy.
Okay, go wash up for dinner.
Thanks for hearing me out. Good. I handled it.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, me and the Lord.
And he's going to go and ask Sheldon that I 100% sure it's her.
You told on me. I should let you know, I read a book on jiu-jitsu.
Shelley, it's just back teen.
Bobby Sparks came into the garage.
And she attacked you?
Not exactly. I tried to use jiu-jitsu on her, but I tripped and fell.
How are the knees?
Better, thank you.
And regarding this jujitsu stuff, you should know that a man's not supposed to raise his hand to a woman.
Do you know what they say though? Is like the self-defense, so like jiu-jitsu and kung fu, and do you know what I mean? Karate. It literally is for when somebody attacks you. That's the whole point. It's self-defense. It's protect yourself. It's not to go out and hurt others. You know what I mean? We've watched Cobra Kai, and they don't preach go out there and beat people up because you can do. It's your way to defend yourself if somebody comes to try and beat you up. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm in a situation where I'm walking down the road and somebody comes to try to steal my phone or steal my things, I'll be able to self-defend myself, eliminate the threat kind of quite easily because obviously I'm trained to do that. It doesn't instill the fact that I'm going to go out there and beat someone up to take their phone. It's more to defend yourself so somebody can't take yours. And that's that situation. You don't learn it to beat it. However, like he's just saying there though, he don't want to hurt himself again. But that's what I mean. They need to, if people are not believing it, yeah, you just need to stand back and watch from a distance. Sheldon walk past or something and see if her personality changes. It's the easiest way. I mean, obviously back in the 80s, they're not going to have phones, so they can't record it and stuff like that. However, you can sit there and watch it and see with your own eyes because that tells the truth. Do you know what I mean? And then address it in that way.
Where you going?
To handle it?
See, I could really use your help. With what? I'm being bullied by Bobby Sparks. Hilarious. Go on. Mom says a man should never raise his hand to a woman. But I believe I found a loophole. You're a woman, so you're allowed to hit her as much as you want.
Now let's talk TV privileges. Draw every afternoon for 2 months.
That's when Professor Proton is on.
Sucks for you.
How many lanes you need?
Actually, I'm here to talk to you. Our kids are having a little problem.
Well, yeah.
But you understand that your daughter's being abusive to my son.
Well, maybe your son needs to grow a pair.
Connie Tucker to the front desk, please. Connie Tucker.
Say my daughter's harassing your son. Well, her daughter's harassing me.
I was hoping to have a rational conversation about Shelley, but there's only one person being rational.
And it ain't you.
Understand that you are in the place where I socialize 3 to 4 days a week. Now, I'm warning you, Brenda is one mean, I know you don't like bad language, but we are in a bowling alley. One mean bitch.
Nothing but nice to you and your family since the day y'all moved in, and I'm over it. watching you walk around all holier than thou, like you're better than everyone else. Well, guess what? You're not.
How'd it go?
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, George, it has come to my attention that your wife went to speak with my wife at her place of work, and
She sent you over here?
the important thing is that I'm here to tell you that Mary's behavior was inappropriate. Say we go talk about this somewhere a little more comfortable. Make yourself at home. I'd like to take a break from the family and come out here and watch the games.
Ooh.
You were gone so long. How did it go?
1 number 2. 2, please.
I feel pretty.
I handled it.
Please, I'm sorry Brenda made me come to your door.
I'm not. It's the most fun I've had all week.
Look, I'll talk to Bobby. I don't know if it'll help, but I'll try.
Hey, you're a good man. We should probably get our stories straight before we talk to our respective mates.
Sure. What do you want to say?
We had words. It almost got ugly, but we came to an understanding.
Joe, where the hell are you? Shh. Is that fat dumbass?
Believe it or not, that means I'm getting lucky tonight.
Existing in a world of predators isn't easy, but we prey have developed several natural defenses to help us survive. Good old-fashioned running away. A little screaming never hurts either.
Hey, see, the Ring doorbell in 2024 would have caught that, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? The show that Sheldon's not telling fibs. Now, obviously, learning that he did have a little bully on him made sense about the start of the episode, you know. It took us about halfway through to realise that something was actually going on, because we started with him telling us about the predators and the preys, and then seeing him just get off the school bus and absolutely pelting it like Usain Bolt to his house screaming, do you know what I mean? And then we've seen it again, he was in a tree, he was in a car and back, and I was like, what? Why? You know what I mean? Like, what is he actually scared of? And then obviously the episode progressed, it unfolded. Now, I do kind of get where Missy's coming from, you know. She's gone round there, she's took his money, she's gone to deal with it, and then she's found a friend, she's having a good time, she's playing dolls and makeup and dressing and dancing and partying, do you know what I mean? Like, she's found a friend, you got a friend in me, do you know what I mean? Like, so I can't really blame her for doing that, and, you know, still seems like the beef's going on, even when the parents tried to step in the way, so... Again, that's interesting. I'd like to see a bit of progressiveness, you know. I'm all about continuity and all about, like, storylines continuing and, you know, like, if here, maybe it can be referenced a few times that he's still having a bit of a feud with her, do you know what I mean? I like it. However, if it ended, it's fine, you know. It's not that deep, but it didn't get resolved. That's why I'm saying that, do you know what I mean? But it'd be good to see him kind of, in my personal opinion, continue with trying a bit of self-defense and, you know, and improving himself and see himself get a little bit more confident, because that's what it does when you could start, you know, to learn a bit of self-defense and how we address the situation. But yeah, you know, the episode again was it was decent. We didn't conclude it at the end, but we did find out that he actually was getting chased down and bullied by somebody. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You know, season's flying by. 17 episodes in, that's pretty mad, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, literally feels like a day or two ago, like we just started it and finished the Big Bang Theory, and then boom, look at us, nearly concluding season 1. It's absolutely madness. And, you know, I thought it was interesting in today's episode there where, you know, the parents kind of bickering. It's interesting and tough as well in situations, you know, because everybody's probably going to be in a situation in their life where either the kid's picking on somebody or the kid's being picked on, and it's how you address that with the, you know, the opposite party, the spouse, you know, the parents. You know, you don't want to start beef between you guys, because then it doesn't instill, you know, anything good on the kids, because they're seeing their parents fight, so then they're gonna think it's okay to just feud and fight, you know what I mean? However, you know, it's how you address and use your language. If you go over there nicely and don't kind of raise your voice and demand things and just request. And, you know, the first time kind of George went to the house and he was talking to him was the perfect scenario, you know. And I actually can't blame, I don't know the guy's name, but the other dad as well. The fact that Billy's dad, the fact that he was there, he listened to George, he got the daughter out, you know, he asked her, does this happen? She said no, there's nothing more you can do. You can't punish her because you don't know it's true. You could just say, don't do it if you are, go back inside, you know what I mean? And, you know, it was interesting because then obviously the mum's gone, started feuding at the bowling alley and come home and, he's gone round now and speak to George. They've ended up like, look, do you know what I mean? It's all silly situation and actually bonded. I don't know how many times these guys have spoken or bonded before, but like maybe they got a little friendship going. It's interesting as well to see obviously him hiding away from his wife, and like people can say that's weird, you know, hiding from your wife and all that, but I kind of get it in certain situations just in life. He might just want a bit of me time, do you know what I mean? He might think that, you know, when I'm in the house 24/7, you know, I'm always smothered and mothered and I'm always mad to do things, and sometimes I need that 10-15 minutes or maybe a couple of hours to watch the football and have a few beers, you know what I mean? Just sit down and relax, and he might not get it there. So I kind of get where he's coming from. It's quite funny that he's got little people and all that. He's proper thought about it. He said that she didn't like the chicken coop, so that's why he got it. It was a no-brainer. Just kind of like a place to escape, and I think that's kind of funny, you know what I mean? It actually is. But you know, that was another interesting episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.